Hey, Steve here at Silk Road Catalyst. I was on a university campus meeting with a friend of mine from Taiwan several years ago. He wasn't a believer, but I was sharing the gospel with him when suddenly this American guy walks up, interrupts our conversations, and starts asking my friend why he wasn't accepting Christ after hearing the gospel. He was pushy and annoying, like really annoying. He was doing his level best to coerce my friend into praying the sinner's prayer, even using a scare tactic like, "You're going to go to hell if you don't," just so he would give in and pray the sinner's prayer. You know, I don't tolerate this so-called evangelistic approach, so I had to stand in between my friend and him and tell him to back off. The reality is, he wasn't trying to make disciples. He wasn't concerned about my friend and the journey of his spiritual journey that he was on. He was only concerned about convincing people to pray the sinner's prayer so he could claim a convert. Friends, this is just one of numerous examples of a Christian seeking converts rather than making disciples. And so I want to share 3 things with you that I encourage you to consider as you share with others. First, don't misuse the sinner's prayer. It's not a magical formula that gets people into heaven just because they spoke some words. Now, I prayed that prayer and it was legit in my life, but I believed in my heart the words I was praying. My Taiwanese friend was not ready. He was seeking. He was asking questions, and I mean incredible questions, but he was not ready or at the point of believing. Unless one believes in their heart the words they are proclaiming, repeating that prayer 1,000,000 times will never get anyone into God's kingdom. Second, if you want to learn where someone is at as you are sharing the gospel, don't ask them if they're ready to pray that prayer immediately after you share the gospel. Instead, ask them, "What do you think about what I just shared?" or something to that effect. Asking a question like this gives them the freedom to share their view about what you just shared with them. It shows that you care about what they think, not just what you believe. How they answer this question will give you insight into whether they are simply seekers, like my friend from Taiwan, or ready to believe and follow Jesus, or whether they think it's all a bunch of nonsense. Either way, it's imperative we learn where they are before we give them a false sense of hope and security, or give our supporters a false sense of fruitfulness. And finally, never forget this. This is crucial. You and I have absolutely no ability to convince even one person to give their life to Christ and follow Jesus. We can share the message, but we cannot convince them. Although obviously I have come across many who think they can. Scripture is clear in John 6:44, and this is Jesus speaking, "No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them." Let's proclaim the gospel. Let's deliver it where it's not available. Let's speak the truth, but let's stop making converts and start making disciples. I'll see you next time.